A farewell to Hoofed friends. Once upon a time, in the quaint village of Cloverdale, there lived a small, lively boy named Oliver. His eyes sparkled with the same mischievous light as the nearby brooks that danced through the meadows surrounding his home. But what made Oliver's heart truly unique was the deep connection he shared with two extraordinary friends, Starlight, a gentle silver mare, and Thunderhoof, a strong and majestic black stallion. Starlight had a coat that shimmered like the night sky, and her mane flowed like a cascade of silver threads. Thunderhoof, on the other hand, possessed a powerful presence. His midnight black coat glistened in the sunlight, and the ground rumbled beneath his thunderous hooves. Life in Cloverdale was simple, filled with laughter, adventures, and the warm embrace of the tight-knit community. But one day, as the sun painted the sky in hues of pink and gold, Oliver's parents approached him with both excitement and sorrow etched on their faces. "Oliver," his father began, "we have some special news. Due to our jobs, we will be moving to a faraway country. It's an adventure for all of us. But it means leaving behind the life we've known here." Oliver's eyes widened, a mixture of emotion swirling within. Adventure was exciting, but leaving behind Starlight and Thunderhoof felt like saying goodbye to a piece of his heart. The meadows, the old oak tree, and the familiar faces of Cloverdale were a part of him. Over the next few days, Oliver spent every waking moment with Starlight and Thunderhoof. They raced through the meadows, their laughter echoing through the air. They played hide and seek, and Oliver told them stories under the shade of the old oak tree. The sunsets were more beautiful, the meadows more magical, and the bond between the trio deepened with each passing moment. But as the days rolled on, the inevitability of the farewell loomed over Oliver like a shadow. The village, sensing the melancholy in the air, decided to organize a grand picnic in the meadow to celebrate the friendship between the young boy and his hoofed companions. The day of the picnic arrived, and the meadow was adorned with vibrant blankets and baskets filled with apples, carrots, and sugar cubes. Villagers gathered to share in the joy of the magical bond between Oliver and his beloved horses. Under the sprawling branches of the oak tree, the trio sat together, surrounded by laughter and the sweet aroma of treats. Oliver looked into the eyes of Starlight and Thunderhoof, feeling an overwhelming gratitude for the companionship they had brought into his life. As the sun dipped low on the horizon, casting a warm golden glow over the meadow, Oliver stood up. The villagers fell silent, sensing the profound moment that was about to unfold. "I want to thank everyone for being a part of this magical journey," Oliver began, his voice filled with emotion. "And most of all, I want to thank my dear friends, Starlight and Thunderhoof, for being the best companions a boy could ever wish for." Tears glistened in Oliver's eyes as he spoke, and the villagers, moved by the sincerity of his words, listened in hushed silence. "Starlight," Oliver said, turning to the silver mare, "your gentle spirit and shimmering beauty have filled my days with joy. Thank you for being my friend, for sharing in my laughter, and for galloping with me through the meadows." He then turned to Thunderhoof, whose eyes reflected the deep understanding that exists between true friends. "Thunderhoof, your strength and power have been a source of inspiration. The thunder of your hooves echoed the beating of our shared hearts. Thank you for being my steadfast companion, for running beside me in moments of triumph and comfort." The meadow resonated with the quiet yet powerful energy as Oliver hugged each horse. The villagers, touched by the sincerity of the moment, joined in a heartfelt applause. As the night settled in, the villagers dispersed, leaving Oliver alone with Starlight and Thunderhoof beneath the old oak tree. The moon hung high in the sky, casting a silvery glow over the meadow. Oliver whispered words of gratitude and love to his magical friends, promising to carry their memories with him wherever he went. Starlight and Thunderhoof nuzzled him affectionately, as if assuring him that the bond they shared transcended distance. The next morning, as the sun painted the sky with hues of pink and gold, Oliver, accompanied by his parents, prepared to embark on a new adventure. The village stood united to bid them farewell, a mix of joy for the journey ahead and sorrow for the parting. As Oliver looked back at the familiar meadows, the old oak tree, and the faces of Cloverdale, he felt a tinge of sadness. But the warmth of Starlight's gentle gaze, and the strength in Thunderhoof's proud stance reassured him that, though miles may separate them, their friendship was a timeless bond. The journey to the new country was filled with excitement and curiosity. But Oliver couldn't help but feel a longing for the meadows of Cloverdale and the comforting presence of his hoofed friends. Yet, in the quiet moments of the night, when the stars twinkled overhead, he could almost hear the distant sounds of Thunderhoof's powerful gallop and feel the gentle nuzzle of Starlight. In this faraway land, Oliver discovered new landscapes, made new friends, and embraced the adventures that awaited him. But the memories of Starlight and Thunderhoof remained etched in his heart. A testament to the enduring power of true friendship that could withstand the tests of time and distance. And so, as Oliver's story unfolded in a new chapter of his life, the meadows of Cloverdale, the old oak tree, and the magical horses became a cherished part of his past, a source of strength in the present, and a beacon of hope for the future. As Oliver embarked on his journey to the new country, the landscape outside the window unfolded like a vibrant tapestry. Tall mountains stood majestically in the distance, their peaks touching the clouds. Rivers wound through valleys, and colorful fields stretched as far as the eye could see. It was a land of enchantment, yet Oliver couldn't shake the bittersweet ache in his heart. The transition to this new world brought with it a whirlwind of emotions for Oliver. The bustling city streets were a stark contrast to the quiet meadows of Cloverdale. Skyscrapers touched the sky, and cars zipped through the streets like busy ants. The air buzzed with the hum of a different kind of magic, one that spoke of adventure and discovery. In the midst of this vibrant city, Oliver often found himself yearning for the wide-open spaces of his old home. The memories of Starlight's shimmering mane and Thunderhoof's powerful gallop echoed in his mind, offering both solace and a twinge of homesickness. Yet, with each passing day, Oliver discovered new wonders in the city, parks filled with laughter, museums brimming with history, and a diverse tapestry of people from all walks of life. One day, as Oliver explored a city park, he noticed a carousel tucked away in a quiet corner. The familiar sight of horses on the carousel brought a flood of memories rushing back. He couldn't help but smile, reminiscing about the playful races through Cloverdale's meadows and the whispered secrets shared under the old oak tree. Drawn to the carousel, Oliver decided to take a ride. As the music played and the painted horses spun around, he closed his eyes, momentarily transported back to the simple joys of his village. For a brief moment, the wooden horses became Starlight and Thunderhoof, and the laughter of the children around him blended with the carefree giggles of his friends. As the days turned into weeks, Oliver's parents noticed the wistful look in their son's eyes. Sensing his longing for the countryside, they decided to take a weekend trip to a nearby rural area. The landscape there was not as vast as Cloverdale, but it held a serene beauty of its own. Rolling hills, quaint farmhouses, and peaceful lakes provided a temporary respite from the hustle and bustle of the city. During their weekend getaway, Oliver discovered a horse ranch nestled on the outskirts of the town. The sight of horses grazing in the pastures brought tears to his eyes. The ranch owner, sensing the deep connection Oliver had with horses, offered him the chance to spend time with them. Oliver eagerly accepted, and for a few precious hours, he experienced the simple joy of grooming, feeding, and riding horses once again. The weekend retreat became a cherished tradition for Oliver and his parents. The occasional visits to the ranch became a balm for Oliver's soul. A reminder of the bond he shared with Starlight and Thunderhoof. Each encounter with the horses at the ranch provided a sense of continuity, a thread connecting the chapters of his life. As time passed, Oliver's family settled into their new life. The city no longer felt foreign, it became a canvas upon which Oliver painted new memories. He made friends at school, explored hidden gems within the city, and embraced the cultural richness surrounding him. Yet, no matter how busy life became, the horses of Cloverdale remained a beacon of joy in Oliver's heart. One day, as Oliver strolled through a city park, he noticed a group of children gathered around a storyteller. Intrigued, he joined them and listened as the storyteller wove tales of magical lands, brave adventurers, and, most importantly, everlasting friendships. The stories reignited a spark in Oliver's heart, inspiring him to share the magical tale of Cloverdale with his new friends. And so, under the shade of a city tree, Oliver recounted the story of Starlight and Thunderhoof, the meadows of Cloverdale, and the everlasting bond that transcended time and distance. As he spoke, he realized that the magic of his childhood friends lived on, not only in his heart, but also in the stories he shared with others. As the sun dipped below the city skyline, Oliver felt a sense of fulfillment. The horses of Cloverdale might be miles away, but their spirit lived on in the stories, memories, and the enduring magic of friendship that Oliver carried with him on every step of his journey.